Chronicles. In this episode of Retirement in Thailand, No Honey, More Money edition, we visit Sean and the girls and have a picnic at the beach. Then I review the Grand Caribbean Condo Project, a mega project with 1,000 condos. After that, I cook some tabbouleh in my room. And then I go to Walking Street and visit the legendary nightlife and meet all sorts of people. And after that, I explain my no honey, more money theory. So come on, let's go. What do you want to drink? Gin or beer? Beer song. Okay. All right.
That, therefore, is their first everything. First night walk at the beach.
Chop mine?
Like this very time, you put your foot in the sand, I suppose. It doesn't cost them anything. On their own, they wouldn't. It's hard for them to go eat pizza.
How many floors is this place? Oh, 29 floors.
Yes.
It's very big. How many units?
About maybe 1,000 units.
1,000, wow.
Yes, for the 5 buildings.
5 buildings. And is it full in high season or mostly full? Wow, this is a very, very beautiful one.
Before the 36 square meter. 1 bedroom, 1 living room, and 1 bathroom.
This one is about 18,000 baht rent.
Yes.
For long-term contract or short?
Long-term contract about 16,000.
16,000.
Yes.
Very beautiful view. Wow, look at this. Hey, I'm making some couscous tabbouleh. Now, couscous is just it's the exact same thing as pasta. It's semolina wheat, but it's in this form. And if you know what tabbouleh is, it's like a sort of a Lebanese Arabic salad. In America, we make it with bulgur wheat and ingredients like lime and the main ingredients parsley and some mint and garlic and olive oil, and then it's so supposed to be served cold, so you put it in the fridge and then let it sit and mix in all the ingredients. Oh, it has tomatoes too. I forgot to I forgot to get tomatoes, but yeah, you need some tomatoes in it too. But it's a pretty simple dish and it's very good. You can make it and then you have to let it sit in the fridge. It's very good to eat cold, and then you can eat it, out of your fridge for a few days. It's a good snack to have. I'm gonna work on making that now. Okay, the difference between cooking couscous and cooking pasta is that you don't put the couscous in the stove. You just bring the water to a boil, and then once you put the couscous in, you just remove it from the heat. And you don't need as much temperature to cook it like you do with pasta. So you just bring the water to the boil, and then you let the couscous sit in there for about 5 minutes, and it's pretty much cooked at that point. There's not much you have to do. And after that, I put it in the fridge and I let this cool down. And then once this is cooled down, after a few hours, I start mixing in my, this is the parsley. I gotta mix in the, I gotta cut up the garlic and the mint. And I'm mixing the vegetables. And then you got the lime and all that stuff, and some salt, and that's about it. So here's the finished product. It's a very easy dish to make. The only thing is it makes a mess. The little couscous and the parsley gets everywhere. But yeah, I put a whole bunch of lime, a whole bunch of garlic, a whole bunch of parsley, a little bit of salt, and some olive oil. This is really good stuff, man. My parents used to make this stuff when I was a kid. This dish actually is an Arab dish. It comes from, like, it's very popular in Syria, Lebanon. My parents aren't Arab, but they would make different foods. Like they like to cook different things. So they would cook like some Greek food, or they would cook Mexican, Chinese. They like to try different things, and this is one of the things they like to cook or just make. It's a salad, but so I enjoyed it. From a little time I was a little kid eating it, and it's very easy to make, and you make enough for a few days. So you just put it in the fridge, and it actually gets better as it's in the fridge because the ingredients, the flavors, sort of combine, merge together, and it's a nice little snack to have. I just gotta clean everything up now. And yeah, this stuff is very healthy too. You got it's actually made with bulgur wheat, but this, I don't have that, so I just use the couscous, which I bought at Friendship Supermarket. And but yeah, I mean, parsley is sort of what the tabbouleh is known for, and parsley is very healthy stuff. Look it up on Google. Parsley is very, very good for you. Mint's good for you. Garlic's good for you. Lime's good for you. Yeah, this is very healthy stuff. It's obviously vegan. Nothing, no animal products in this.
So what you just did is never do that again.
Can I get the new card?
What?
I eat two. I give one.
This one? Okay. From coconut.
Yes.
Dimak. 100 baht cheap, but I know take I give you 20 baht tip. 20 baht tip.
Wanna let you know?
No, I don't want to buy. I give you tip. Tip for you.
Oh.
I take picture.
Huh?
I know one. No, I give you tip picture.
Tip?
Tip. Tip.
ให้เฉยๆ
ขอบคุณค่ะ โอ้กูถามมึงตอบมึงไม่ได้เห็น
Your money. You keep money. Money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, look.
From Phuket.
Oh yeah.
You know, you are top.
Remember, you have cat.
What is the no honey, more money theorem? It's pretty simple. Basically, it's just, if you're at a point in your life where you don't have a lot of discretionary spending and savings, you basically don't have a lot of money. You're getting ahead, you have savings, you're saving money every month. So you got money and you're making money. Like you'd be a retired guy, you got a pension, say you got a couple grand a month income, passive income coming in, or you're a younger guy, you're saving money, getting ahead, but you don't have a whole lot of savings. If you're in that sort of situation, your whole focus should be on getting ahead in life, not on having a wife or having a girlfriend, unless she brings an equal partnership to the table, which is a 50-50. And that means that she has a job too, and she's contributing to the finances just as much as you are. If it's not an equal partnership in the financial department, do not think about getting a relationship, because your priority has to be getting ahead in life. If you have a girlfriend and you're expected to pay for everything, the food, the room, everything, you go out to eat, you got twice as much expense. You want to have a drink and go out together, you got twice as much expense. If you want to do everything's twice as expensive. And let's not forget, when you're in a relationship, it takes a lot of time and energy, additional energy and time that you could be devoting to getting ahead in life and to making money. And if you're a retired guy, just because you're retired doesn't mean you stop trying to make money and get ahead. Guys in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, they're doing all sorts of things. They're managing their investments. Maybe they're managing property. Maybe they open a small business. Maybe they do some online stuff. Maybe they do some odd jobs here and there. Just retirement's kind of a word that is this conception that, well, hey, you just work 40 years at one career and then you stop everything. That's not the way the world works anymore. First of all, very few people have those sort of careers. People jump. There's people, they might work like a job in their 20s and then they get fired or they quit their job, and they have a couple of years they have nothing to do. They're basically retired. Yeah, they might still be looking for other jobs. They might still be making money in other ways. But some of those guys, they might travel for a couple of years. So retirement in the modern day world can take on many forms. It doesn't have to have that traditional conception that we think of it. But if you're in a transitory phase of your life, a transitioning phase where you're not dead broke, or you're not on the ground, you're not just starting out, but you're not also at the top. If you're in a transitioning phase, a woman, unless she is contributing an equal amount, and she's contributing as much as you're giving out, if it's not an equal partnership, don't get involved. That's a pretty simple rule. When I was in Japan, I dated some women. They would actually pay for things. They would insist on paying for taxis and for restaurants, and it was totally opposite of what you see in Southeast Asia. I'm not saying relationships are bad in Southeast Asia, but I'm not going to enter a relationship where I'm expected to be the sole provider unless I'm in I'm a financially sound situation. B, I have extra time on my hands where I can have that joy in my life. And C, she's still going to have to contribute a lot. I mean, she's going to have to, if she's not doing much in the financial side, they got to have some good cooking abilities, cleaning abilities, stuff like that. So I think that's a good rule to have. If you're not at the top of things and your time is very important and your money is very important, don't no honey, more money. I think that's the good theorem to apply.